Episode 1. She's back. The sanctuary buzzed with conversation as members lingered after the morning service. Children darted between the pews while their parents called after them, trying to keep tiny dress shoes from scuffing the polished floors. The choir director gathered scattered sheet music, and somewhere down the hallway, laughter drifted from the fellowship hall where the aroma of fried chicken, greens, and fresh rolls had already begun filling the air. Stonehaven Baptist Church was alive. Mother Jenkins stood near the back of the sanctuary, her yellow suit pressed to perfection and her signature hat tilted ever so slightly as she watched the young woman from the previous Sunday make her way toward the front doors. Something about the hug they had shared lingered in her heart. The young lady reminded her of someone she couldn't quite place. Just as Mother Jenkins started to call after her, the sound of tires rolling slowly across the parking lot caught everyone's attention. Heads turned toward the front entrance. A sleek black SUV eased into a parking space near the church doors. Mother Jenkins adjusted her glasses and squinted. "Well," she murmured softly, "I'll be." The driver's door opened. A pair of elegant heels stepped onto the pavement, followed by a woman whose confidence announced her presence before she spoke a single word. Shante. She looked as though she had never left town. Across the parking lot, Isaiah glanced up. For a brief second, he froze. Then his face lit up. "Mama!" Without hesitation, he took off running. Tasha instinctively reached after him before stopping herself. Cameron slowly turned as the little boy raced across the parking lot. Shante knelt, opening her arms just as Isaiah threw himself against her. "I missed you so much, baby," she whispered, wrapping him tightly in her embrace. "I missed you too, Mama." For just a moment, everything else disappeared. No disagreements, no history, no complicated emotions. Just a mother holding her son. Even Tasha smiled. Whatever had happened between the adults, Isaiah deserved this moment. Mother Jenkins quietly stepped beside Sister Betty, never taking her eyes off the reunion. "I thought she moved to Dallas." Sister Betty shook her head. "I heard Atlanta." Mother Jenkins smiled knowingly. "You know church folk. By next Sunday, they'll have her living in California." The two women chuckled before straightening themselves as Pastor Dalton made his way across the parking lot. "Shante," he greeted warmly. "It's good to see you." She smiled politely. "It's good to see you too, Pastor." "You staying long?" "Just a few days," she replied. "Isaiah deserves to spend time with his mama." Dalton nodded. "I couldn't agree more." As they exchanged a brief hug, Shante's eyes drifted beyond his shoulder. They settled on Cameron, only for a second, long enough for First Lady Valerie to notice. Val didn't interrupt. She simply watched. Years of standing beside Dalton had taught her something. People often revealed more with their eyes than with their words. Later that afternoon, the fellowship hall echoed with laughter. Plates clattered against tabletops while children chased one another between chairs despite repeated warnings to slow down. Someone struck up an old gospel song near the serving line, and before long, half the room was singing along. Shante smiled and laughed when spoken to. She complimented the food. She hugged familiar faces. She looked exactly like someone happy to be home. But every few moments, her attention wandered. Her eyes searched the room until they landed on Cameron, then Isaiah, then Tasha. She quietly watched the life they had built together. A slow smile crossed her face. It looked warm. It looked sincere. It wasn't. After excusing herself, she slipped outside into the quiet afternoon air. The sounds of fellowship faded behind the church doors as she reached into her purse and pulled out her phone. The screen lit up. Unknown caller. "Did you make it?" Her fingers moved across the screen. Yes. Almost immediately, another message appeared. Remember why you're there. Shante slowly lifted her eyes toward the fellowship hall windows. Inside, Cameron laughed as Isaiah excitedly told him a story. Tasha stood nearby, smiling at them both. A family, a life, one she quietly studied from the outside. She looked back down at her phone and typed one final response. Trust me, they never saw me coming. She slipped the phone back into her purse, smoothed the front of her dress, and turned toward the church doors. A faint smile rested on her lips. This visit had never been about spending time with Isaiah. That was simply the reason everyone else needed to believe. To be continued.
Hi, it's Author Kiana Rout here. I just wanted to stop and say thank you for tuning in to episode 1 of She's Back. I also wanted to give you a reminder. Sometimes the greatest danger isn't the enemy you can see. It's the motive hidden behind a familiar smile. Wisdom isn't about distrusting everyone. It's about asking God for discernment when something doesn't feel right.
I've been trying to find a peace work. I've been fighting to let the dark take with every step I take.